as men. And even when we look at all these kind of different situations, I say all these things because I want all of us to be more responsible. What makes you go from a boy to a man is responsibility. So as I was saying with like wars for Nigeria, even wars for Israel, we as young men have to know why we're dying. We have to know why we're fighting and dying for this country. We need to take responsibility for that. The only way we can take responsibility for that is to know why we're fighting and dying. We have to. We can't sit and just be like, oh, everything is great in America, blah 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 blah. Because as a young man, we've struggled. We have no opportunities. We can't buy homes. All the bitches over here are hoes. No hopes of families and marriage and all this other kind of shit. Why would we want to go fight and die for this country? It makes no sense. If we're going to fight and die for this country, then we want a country that prioritizes us. So we have to take more responsibility. Instead of just looking at the government or anybody else to save us, because nobody saves us. As men, no. We don't seek to be saved. We save ourselves. We don't blame or complain about other people for our fucking problems. We blame ourselves. We realize we've been negligent. We realize we have not been asking enough of our own government, of our presidents, to actually serve us. You need to also make sure that you're not stuck in these bipartisan like lines. You're not like, oh, well, if I'm Democrat, I always vote Democrat. If I'm Republican, I always vote Republican. Nigga, no. You're a young man. What are any of these politicians doing for you as a young American man that makes you actually want to fight and die for this country? Nothing? Then you shouldn't want to. That's you being responsible. You're saying, hey, I want a country that serves me, so I want to serve it. Just like I want a woman who serves me and listens to my whims and wills for me to want to serve her. If this bitch is not willing to do that shit for me, I ain't doing shit for her. If this country does not want to serve me, I ain't doing shit for the fucking country. I ain't doing shit. Not doing jack fucking shit. So as men, we have to take more responsibility, especially as a younger age now. We don't have time, bro. These fucking boomers, all these old niggas, they're the ones that created all these circumstances for us. So we actually have to be forced to grow up a lot fucking sooner. We have to take responsibility a lot fucking sooner for this country, for America. Because these boomer niggas, they're the ones who put us in this dumbass situation. These boomer niggas are the reason why Israel has so much power over our fucking government. It's these boomer niggas. So we have to really look at the situation and be like, fuck no, we got to stand for some shit now. We got to take responsibility. We're not blaming the boomers. We're not blaming this nigga. We're not blaming that nigga. We're like, you know what? Fine. We'll take on the blame. I'll blame myself for all this shit. Because now I can solve the problem. If you're blaming Israel, if you're blaming the boomers, if you're blaming any of these Christian conservatives that have not conserved shit for the past 60 years, it's not worth it. That's not going to solve the problem. We have to be like, no, we're going to solve this problem, and we're going to call out all of you niggas that are part of it. We're going to solve it, and part of doing that is calling out everybody who's part of the fucking problem. So what's going to turn you from a boy to a man is you taking responsibility for yourself in this country. And of course, before you can take responsibility for the country, you have to take responsibility for yourself. You have to be like, everything is my fucking fault. Everything is on me. The reason why I'm in my situation, the reason why I'm in these circumstances, it's not because of my trauma or my mom or I'm born in this situation or yada, 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 or I don't have this skill or talent. That doesn't fucking work. All you're doing is giving all your fucking power away, which makes you useless. It makes you a little bitch. Not worth it. Stupid. So you need to be like, no, everything is my fault. Everything in my personal life is my fucking fault. Everything is on me. Now that everything is on you, what happens? You can solve all your problems. You can only solve a problem if you give yourself the problem. You can't give your fucking problems to anybody else. Do you think anybody gives a fuck about you? You're a young man. Nobody cares. Clearly, I mean, that's blatantly obvious at this point. So it's stupid to blame anybody else because nobody's coming to save you. So you save yourself. Now that you're fully responsible for yourself, you solve your own problems. You get in fucking shape. You start making money. You start learning, getting more knowledge, listening to niggas like me or other niggas you like, whoever gives you information that makes you a better man, whatever works. You're responsible for yourself. Now you can look at your fucking country and be like, no, I don't fuck with this. No, I don't want other young men dying for this reason. No, I actually want a government. I actually want a president that is for me, that wants to do shit for me as a young American man. Because if they're willing to do that shit, we can protect this country. We are willing to protect this country. We are willing to fix the fucking country. Because it's only men that are going to fix the fucking country. You think hoes and bitches are going to fix this shit? They're fucking dumb. They're not responsible for themselves. Half these bitches are depressed. 40 to 50% of Gen Z women are fucking depressed or on antidepressants or in therapy. So they're not going to fucking do it. Only we can do this shit. But first, we need a government that actually gives a fuck about us. So take responsibility for yourself. Once you do that, you can take responsibility for the fucking country and demand a country that actually serves us. So, yeah, man.